Welcome to Fresh Waters, spiritual reflections helping you to grow in faith. Today's session is about work as His servant. The key concept is all work done by God's servants are for the Lord. The scripture today is from Colossians chapter 3, verses 22 to 25. Slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything, and do it, not only when their eye is on you and to win their favor, but with sincerity of heart and reverence for the Lord. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Anyone who does wrong will be repaid for his wrong, and there is no favoritism. What is your attitude towards work? You may be in a factory, in an office, or in a school loaded with homework. How do you feel about the tasks that God has placed before you? I once had a job with the post office and another job in a factory that produced foam. I observed that there were those who worked hard at their jobs and were well worth their pay. And then there were those who were not hardworking, and they tried to get away with as little work as possible. John Maxwell, in his book, Developing the Leaders Around You, talks about two types of employees. There were salary takers and salary makers. Salary takers try to get with as little work as possible and do the work in order to receive payment. Salary makers do the work in order to help. They do whatever it takes to get the job done right. Salary makers look for ways which they can give to the task. Their paycheck is only a byproduct of their work. The Bible teaches us all to work as unto the Lord. In Colossians, Paul was writing to slaves, people who had no choice in service. Since slaves, in their physical and often mundane work, should have an attitude of serving the Lord, how much more should we have an attitude of service to the Lord in our labor as employees? Many workers today only work hard when their supervisors are watching them. They slack off and may even steal from their employers when the supervisors are not looking. The Christian worker must work differently. He serves the Lord who is always watching. He serves with all his heart because he represents the Lord and wants to give him his best. He understands that the Lord will ultimately reward him and that there will be justice in the end. All disciples of Christ must see themselves as slaves to the Lord, a servant of God who sees all work in life as for the Lord. My prayer for you is that you will have the right attitude towards work and that it is all for the Lord. Just think about it. What is your attitude when you do unpleasant chores? Do you try to get by with as little work as possible? Has God ever been a factor in your work? What one step can you take this week to improve your attitude towards work? May God bless you in your spiritual journey.